Hello, my name is Tom. Welcome to the channel and the FC26 Bristol City Road to Glory career mode. That is a mouthful. I'm just here to let you know that this series is a little bit different in that I will only be showing you match footage. If you are into transfers and tactics and like the youth academy and that kind of thing, then you've got two options. Either please come over to Twitch and give me a follow there where you can see these full episodes being recorded, or subscribe here and you'll be the first to know when a new Everton FC26 career mode video is released, where I go in depth with all that manager mode kind of stuff. But here, this is just match footage. Enjoy. So here we are back at Ashton Gate for some League Cup action against Ipswich, recently relegated from the Premier League and probably bringing quite a lot of quality with them. We did well last time to get over the line against Norwich. Can we get to the next round this time? We'll see. I think this is going to be a more tricky game with Sammy Smodic, one of the players in question, who are far too good for the Championship, in my opinion. But we do have this man now from Arsenal. It's Godst, and we've got a lot to aim for with the 6'4" frame of Mayulu, and it's actually Harry Cornick who gets on the end of that one. Could possibly miss a midweek League Cup tie on a Thursday. I didn't actually realise that we played so many League Cup games so early on in the season. I guess it makes sense, but we've played 3 league games and 2 Carabao Cup games now. And Ross McCrory is stepping in nicely. Oh, I didn't want to do that, but Mayuli will... Oh, God. Well, it's killed a photographer. It's absolutely killed. Oh, it's actually heading right for the head of that steward, unfortunately. I didn't want to do that cross. I definitely didn't want to do that kind of finish. He just blasted it. There's no evidence of the murder, just a blooded high-vis vest. Incidentally, Tom, Adam knows this already. Talking about blooded articles. I had a fun incident this morning where I had a pigeon in the kitchen that had been brought in by Rigel. I spent literally 45 minutes trying to get a slightly injured, he's alright, a slightly injured pigeon out of the kitchen. Tempting ball in it. Oh, Stokes. He's young. We'll let him off, but that's poor to give the ball away there. Got a chance to redeem himself here as he ventures forward. Number 26. Aiming for the big Mayula. Oh, I thought it was in. I thought it was in. Thomas Ross remains calm and collected. Like the story, like it's a premise to Around the Cluedo. It was the cat with the lead pipe in the kitchen. Bird whips it in. And we will get there, but McCrory had an awful lot to do. An awful lot to do. You weren't supposed to speak about the manifesto online. It's possibly the time to be releasing a manifesto, actually, if I was ever going to. Wally Gailey puts it in. Stokes is absolutely taken out by Taylor. Now it's Jaden back to Taylor. You feel something's going to happen soon. Tuberakpom squeezes an effort just wide of the post and then finds a very, very comfy resting spot against that man's calves. When did I miss you being a stylish German coach? It's actually Swedish. Actually Swedish. I thought Bristol City... Well, every story needs a hero, Adam. And Thomas Roos, quite simply, was the right man at the right time for Bristol City, I feel. He's in a polo shirt, because of course he is. Stokes can't squeeze that through. And we're getting to half-time without too much happening. I think we've probably had the better chances. Callum Pring on his left foot has a second chance, but I think the keeper will claim that. We're not getting Memphis Depay. I would absolutely love to be fair, but I don't think we can afford his wages. I do need to... What was the player that you suggested yesterday, Tom? I do need to see if we can scout him again yet. I might need a bit of help with that, actually, because I don't really know why some of my scouts seem really busy. It must be their location and the number of things they've got going on. But the few players, every time I try and scout them, it says that my scouts are too busy. Oh, that's an annoyingly good ball. VTech there. Sounds like a qualification for kids who don't want to do their A-levels. Got back to McCrory. Stokes. Into Bird. Bird tries it first time, but it's easily blocked by Greaves. That will be half-time. We've played 3.5 minutes of the 2 added on. Jorthi Mokio, that was it. The Scamdi connections can pull some strings. We have sent some scouts looking for some youth in Sweden, which could go one of a few different ways. And have we been the better team there? I don't know, really. They looked dangerous when they did get forward, but I feel like we've had more of the ball in their half. Not helped by Stokes again giving it away. It's a problem with the cup. We're trying to bed these young players, but when we're against opposition in the same division as us, we probably need to take it a little bit more seriously, because every bit of prize money would help. Sammy Smodic just making a monkey out of us there. He just stood on the ball for a bit. Akpom into Jaden. Wow. Any connection between the pigeon and the fact you're leading a team of robins? We're very kind of avian centric at the moment on this channel. We gave him too much room there. Too much room. It's always dangerous on FC when they're passing it around like that on the edge of the box, isn't it? It's a great finish though. And as it stands, we're heading out of the League Cup. Callum Pring. And get an early cross in towards Mayula. He's big, but he's not that big. And maybe we think about making some changes soon with half an hour left. They could make it 2 here. We go diving in to try and block it. Unnecessarily Smodic with a nice little turn. And VTech makes 2 saves in the end. Your scouts are busy if they are also scouting a region, so I tend to leave one scout with no allocated region. Just sat on the hands at home waiting for me to ping random names their way. That makes complete sense, and we'll have a look at what we can do after this game. Now, there's a big Hollywood pass on here for Cornick if you can play it. He has a go. I mean, we're kicking for territory there as it goes out for a throw in right on the corner flag. Let's make some changes. Mayulu not had quite the same impact. It's Stokes who really... He's not letting us down, but he's not covering himself in glory. Cantwell come on. Twine for Gotst. Because whatever happens in this game, we want him to play the weekend. And we'll leave it like that for now. Maybe in a bit, Armstrong comes on for a bit of pace in behind instead of Mayulu. Brentford play all their home games at your goalkeeper. That is a chant and a half. It takes some coordination. It doesn't scan wonderfully, but it can get that going in the stands. And that's a speculative ball, but it's worked out nicely for Mayulu. Who tucks it away? Well, actually, that was a clearance. I wasn't even trying to play that ball through. In the end, it ended up being an amazing pass. We get the achievement for the power shot. I don't think we necessarily needed to hit it that hard. But just as we're talking about maybe taking Mayulu off, he's done something quite incredible there. Let's have a look at that pass again. It's a that's a ridiculous pass. It's a good 60 yards he's put that, and then rightly capped off by Maley. Really robbing a point off them, for God's sake. Yesterday it was the Canaries with Norwich. Today we've had the pigeons. For a moment I did think the pigeon in the kitchen was actually a seagull. No, there's no such thing as a seagull. But it was big. It was big, all right. And it was such a shame to not progress now to scoring that goal with the momentum going our way. But Clark is through, and he's squeezed it under Vitek. If he had testicles that were slightly heavier, that wouldn't have gone in. I'm not casting aspersions on him. I'm not making any wild claims, but it's a fact.
Ipswich Town goal, number 47, Jack Clark.
And suddenly we've got it all to do again against a very compact Ipswich defence. No such thing as seagulls. The most annoying person you know will be desperately wanting you to know that seagulls don't exist. However, weird fact about Chesterfield that Adam will definitely be able to confirm. So many gulls. So many gulls. Sometimes at my old house it would feel like I was living at the seaside in the morning, just from the sound they were making. nice, wasn't it? Pring out to get on the end of it. There's too much on there. 10 minutes left. It's been an inauspicious start to Cantwell's time at Bristol City. He hasn't been very good, in all honesty. I can see why Blackburn wanted to let him go. It just feels a bit like we're going to be chasing shadows for the rest of the game. Here is Cantwell. A penalty would be lovely right now. We're not going to get it. What a pass from... Oh! It would have been assist of the season. It would have been assist of the season. The little pirouette flick behind to Cantwell, who rattles the bar. That was it. That was the chance, wasn't it? Oh, my days. The referee blows up. Not literally, just blows the whistle. 2-1. 2-1 to Ipswich. We are out of the League Cup. That is absolutely gutting. Absolutely gutting, because we almost had it. It would have gone straight to penalties as well, I think, wouldn't it?